What's going on, YouTube? This is wwjoshdew, and this is a video that has been requested time and time again over the last several months, maybe even longer. I've gotten requests to do another What's on my Android. I did one a long time ago on my Note 2, and that just shows you how old my videos are. The freaking Note 2. Like, the Note 3 came out like a year ago, so yeah, it's been a while. And it would take me for like days to go through all of my emails for the last several months and try to find all the ones that said, hey, please do a what's on my, someone asked me to do what's on my S5. And I was like, I don't use my S5. I gave it to my wife because I prefer this phone over the S5. And so they're like, we'll do. And then people were like, hey, you should do a video on what's on your favorite phone. Hey, you should do a video on what's on your HTC One M8. Like, everybody asked for this video. So that's why I'm making it. And just a heads up, this video is probably going to get a little bit long because of the fact that I have, let's see how many apps I have. Let's see, I have 15 that recently updated, and I've got a total of 168. So while I'm not necessarily going to go over every single app, it's going to take a little bit of time. So let's start with my home screen here. This is HD widgets. I really love this layout. I don't remember exactly what I chose. If I go to an empty spot like this, and I go to my this is also Nova Launcher. With Nova Launcher, you're able to use custom theme packs. So with HD widgets down here, I believe I have the 4x5 or 4x3. Maybe that's what it is. Yes, I have the 4x3. And I just have like stuff where there's no background in my clock, and the background color actually is that. And then you can change the clock color to like purple or green, and then you can just change all this stuff. And then when you're done, you hit the little checkbox, and you're good to go. So that's my clock, HD widgets. As you can see, it says that it's Wednesday, August 13th. It's 78 degrees. It's going to be a high of 82 and a low of 61. It shows the time, and I really love HD widgets. I've bought beautiful widgets. I bought HD widgets. I much prefer HD widgets, hands down. I'm sorry, they make beautiful widgets. The developers also make Plume, which is an app we'll get to later on, one of my favorite Twitter apps of all time. If you look back at my old Samsung Moment videos from 2010, I've been using, it was called Twittler or something like that, and they had to change their name due to legal reasons, the same reason TwitDroid had to rename themselves. But also, so beautiful widgets is it used to be my favorite app, but HD widgets just, I'm serious. Even if you bought beautiful widgets, go buy HD widgets. You won't regret it. This is Android Wear, so that my phone and my phone can talk to my watch. Also, a lot of times I have this app called Clipper. Whenever I back up my apps with Titanium Backup, it automatically closes out apps. So if I open up Clipper here, and then I drag down, you'll see touch to open. So if I copied something, I can go ahead and just press on that, and it says like all my things. Like, this is an old Wi-Fi code. I actually don't need this anymore, so it's delete that one. And then some of these are just like, this is a code to flash recovery on the TF201, the Transformer Prime. That's an old Wi-Fi code. That's to run a quick logcat, those two commands there. That's an affiliate tag that I have used in the past. This is a quick little link to my Google Plus page, and then this one is to my YouTube channel. So say I need to go ahead and put that inside my clipboard. Let's go ahead and press on it, and it says clipping copied. So now I can open up the Chrome here, and then I can just go here, and whenever the little dialog pops up to paste it, I can go ahead and press enter. And that will take you right to my YouTube channel. Now, for some reason, it looks funky and it doesn't show up correctly in here, but I don't know what it is about that. I can't read comments unless I open up the Studio app. We'll get to that later on. There's a lot of apps. This video is going to be quite long, so but so many people say they prefer the longer videos, and if I'm listening to somebody that I enjoy, like Marquez or anybody where I enjoy their content, I'll watch a 15-minute video or 20-minute video. I don't care. Flossie Carter, I can watch a freaking 30-40-minute video without doing hardly any skipping at all through it. So getting off top there. Let's go back to Clipper real quick since it's in my clipboard, and I'm going to try to go alphabetically, but it's right here, so I'm going to go ahead and explain it. Now, see, if I want to go to my Google Plus page, look, now that's copied to my clipboard, and I can go here to the URL, and once I get it to go to paste here, look, I can paste it, and now it's that. If I need to paste my link again, I can go ahead and go to this one, and now that's back in my clipboard. So very awesome app. And also with Clipper Plus, you have syncing, so I can go on my Nexus 5, and whatever I just copied is now on my Nexus 5, on my Transformer TF701, on my Nexus 7, my Shield tablet. All my devices all have that same exact thing now copied in the clipboard once I open the app up and it synchronizes. So Hill Climb Racing is one of my all-time favorite apps for it's like a car game. Let's just go ahead and open it. You drive, and like I really like the Super Diesel. It's one of my favorite vehicles. And so like we'll go to the highway here, and if I just drive. Like, it's so simple. Like, this is the one app, if I can't sleep at night, I'll open this app up, this game up, and I'll just sit there and I'll drive. Like, it's it's very simple, but it's so addicting and so much fun. You run out of gas, and then you go back and you're like, okay, I know I can get further. I know I can. Because if you don't know this, but you played this game, if you get past your previous point, you get bonus points, and you can get 7, 8, 9 million coins by simply getting past your previous time and just keep going. Every time you reach a whole new level, you get like bonus points, and those bonus points, like I said, I mean, I believe it's my second channel or my gaming channel. I can't remember which one I put it on, but I made a little video showing how to easily get 1 million coins, and you don't even have to get past your previous point. You just drive for a while. So it's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. And it definitely is a time killer. Now I have Plume, which is my favorite Twitter app of all time. And I also have the normal Twitter app, because this one, definitely one of my favorites as far as Twitter. But here's the thing. If somebody retweets me or favorites my tweet or something, this doesn't show me. And if I tweet a whole bunch, it'll put me in Twitter jail, where like the Twitter API limit has been reached. Now there's a way to enable live streaming, and you don't get that, but I don't like the live streaming at all. I much prefer just hitting the little refresh button and then having the latest tweets at the top. So I can open this app up and then go to my notifications right here, and it'll say like, this person favorited my tweet, this person retweeted me. It shows me a little bit more information, and then if I'm in Twitter jail where I can't post any more tweets with Plume, I'll just open Twitter up to get there. This is an app that's supposed to, a lot of people, like in my battery charging videos, people are like, okay, it may say charging via AC, but what kind of a charge is it getting? So this like gives you a whole bunch of different values, and you can change how the widget looks and stuff like that. I believe I have more on this side. Yes. So this is like the different kind of readouts and styles you can get there. So it's just a battery or current widget donate. I donate a lot. If I find an app very useful, I always get the premium versions. I have a premium version of Plume, just everything. So Instagram, of course, for like, you know, pictures and videos and stuff. So like I'll go to my Instagram here, and I just installed Windows 7 on my laptop, and now GPU acceleration is working once again. So excited. Just, you know, all the different pictures and stuff that I've posted. So if you want to follow me on there, everything is at wwjoshdew. Whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram, everything is wwjoshdew. The only exception is my Xbox Live gamer tag. It used to be What Would Josh Do a long time ago, but my if you've been following for a while, you know why I had to create a new one. And that one's actually DO. So wwjoshdew. So that's Instagram. Play Music, hands down. I don't even have Pandora installed. Pandora, dude, Play Music is where it's at, man. I freaking love Play Music. I was listening to Boys in the Hood. I'm a huge Jeezy fan. And some of Jeezy stuff with Boys in the Hood was just awesome. So like, I can go through like my library here and you can see what all is on my device. There's a ton of stuff on here. And also, you've got a neat little feature where if I'm not getting the best signal, because I love T-Mobile here in Kansas City. I love it. It is beautiful. In the Kansas City area, no matter where I go, it picks up beautifully. But if I'm headed to Tennessee, I'm on G or Edge a lot. So I can hit this little box here, and while I'm driving, I can have my Bluetooth synced up to my car, and it's playing the music through my car speakers, and then while I have navigation up, it'll tell me, like, it'll lower the volume of the music, and it'll say, turn left on this street, and then after it says that, it'll turn the music back up. So I don't have to worry, listen to the audio from the speakers, which are great on the HTC One M8, but of course they're louder in your car. So I really love Play Music. It's like, I pay $8 a month because I started using the service when they first announced it. It's like $10 now, but anybody that signed up before July got to, I'm a huge Eminem fan. I'm a huge Young Jeezy fan. But anybody that listened to, on the rock side of thing, I like 30 Seconds to Mars. I like Papa Roach. I like Disturbed. Disturbed's probably my favorite band of all time when it comes to rock. I know I mostly listen to TM. Dude, TM101 was awesome. TM102 was really good. TM103 was okay. It was good, but I truly think that TM101 and TM102 were the better albums. And then we got Yellow Wolf and okay, so I'm done there. So let's move on past that. Of course, obviously the Play Store. I'm one of those nerds, geeks, whatever, that religiously goes to his Play Store and sees if any of his apps have an update. I'm a nut for updating my apps and having the latest version of apps. Also, I have Titanium Backup. Every 2 days, Titanium Backup backs up all of my user apps, and then it syncs it to Dropbox. So if one of my apps updates and I want to go back, I can just restore that with Titanium Backup. So let's go ahead and go back now. So we're done here. You got the Google Camera app, got the Chrome, got the Google Voice, because I have multiple carriers and I just give people one number and it rings all my phones, and that text message goes to all of my phones, even my Nexus 7, a Wi-Fi only tablet, or my NVIDIA Shield tablet, even my NVIDIA Shield Portable. All my devices, if I have the Google Voice app installed, I get an alert and on my watch that says, hey, I got a text message from my dad or my wife or anybody like that, and I can reply to it without worrying about like which phone I'm using to reply to them with. And then of course the dialer. So on my home screens here, I've got Quick Pick. I have a little exposed module which renames it to gallery. It's just a simple little exposed module. I'll go over those in a different video if people ask me to in the comments. But this is a little widget for listening to, like, if I hear a song, I can press on that and it'll find the song. I really like SoundHound. I'm a big fan of SoundHound, but I found out a lot of times SoundHound wouldn't tell me what the song was. And I tried with Shazam, and Shazam was like, bam, here's the name of the song. And so Shazam is more reliable, but I really, really like SoundHound. So I like both of them. Also, Google has their thing right here, what's this song? And you press on it, and it does it too. So there's the Google version, there's Shazam, and there's SoundHound. This is just a little thing for my car insurance, renter's insurance, and stuff like that. This is a little memory reclaim thing where if my phone's running low on memory, as you can see, I've freed up 770 megabytes. Whether you're a fan of auto killer apps or not, it's this one right here. This guy's a really good guy. I've got his pro version right there, and he makes some pretty good apps. So that's called auto killer memory something. But back on my home screen here, this is my Hibernate Now. Instagram is a huge battery killer. I mean, a huge. Like, it just sucks the battery life out of phones. But see, it's not in that list. It is not in that list. Because every time I'm done with my phone and I'm about to put it back in my pocket, I press this little button here. And in a second here, you'll see that Instagram, Twitter, Plume, Google Plus, all those were hibernated. So now those are hibernated and they're not going to be running. Because the worst thing in the world is when your pocket's on fire and you're like, okay, what the hell is killing my battery? This doesn't make any sense at all. And it's freaking Instagram with a CPU lock of several hours and you're getting 7-hour battery life and your phone's dead. Dude, hibernate it with Greenify. I have a video on that. This is something I don't use that often, but it's kind of like these two right here. Well, it's kind of like this one right here where it says it frees memory. It's Clean Master. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. My phone is rooted, so it gets root permission when I open the app up and I do things. See, Clean Master has been granted super user permission. It's just able to clear more things than it would be by default. And this is a little neat reboot widget. If I was to press, if my phone's acting up and it's being really bad, which this one's not like that, but some phones are, where like you can't even get to the reboot screen and it's just not working. If I can get to this screen right here, I just press on that and it instantly kills my phone. It doesn't go through the whole shutdown process. I mean, it's like a kill switch. Boom, phone's dead, it's rebooting. I don't want to do it at the moment. So that's my widgets and my home screens. This one's just crap that just when you install apps, they automatically get placed here. So I really only use this one and this one. And then my theme pack, I keep forgetting to mention this. This is, I don't remember the name of it. Let me find it here. I think it starts with a V. I was correct. It is a theme, or it's an icon pack called VELUR right here. I'm not a huge fan of theme packs because it makes it a little bit hard to like, okay, where's this certain app? Because the icons are all different, like Minecraft. I mean, I've several times thought about uninstalling it and just going back to the way things were with stock. But yeah, it's if you're curious, that's what the theme pack's called. So let's get started from my app drawer here. 500px. It's a really cool photo thing. You've got all kinds of different photos, from wildlife to nature to even adult related stuff. 500px. It's a good app. You should definitely try it out, as long as you stay away from the adult section, unless you like that kind of stuff. I don't know. No judging here. 7-Eleven, they had a little free Slurpee thing, so I installed the app, and I was like, okay, whatever. AccuWeather, it's a neat little weather thing. I have the premium version. Advanced Power Menu. Okay, I forgot to mention that. My phone is 100% stock right now. I do have root, but it's 100% stock. Android 444. I don't have CyanogenMod or anything like that, but when I hold down my power button, you're going to see reboot there. And then in here, I got recovery, bootloader, and reboot. There would also be a soft boot option, but I have that disabled because I don't really ever use the quick reboot function. So if you go here and you go to modify power menu items and then confirm dialogues, you can disable them. I'm trying to find the one where it reboot methods to show. As you can see, I have soft reboot disabled, so I don't like that at all. But I don't have to power my phone down, wait for it to turn off, and go get a drink while I'm waiting for it to turn off. And then a few hours later, I'm like, hey, I haven't gotten any notifications at all. And then you go to unlock your phone and you're like, why isn't it unlocking? Oh yeah, I turned it off and I forgot to turn it back on. Also get a neat little screenshot function and etc. Also, you can make it towards if the screen is locked and you have a lock code, the person cannot use the reboot options. So it's a really cool app. And it's something you'll find in the Exposed framework. It's not something available in the Google Play Store, as far as I'm aware. You have to download Exposed Installer, and then from there, you can go to download, and it'll be in there. So it's in my advanced power menu right there. So, yeah. I'll go over all my Exposed modules at some other date. Alarm Clock Extreme. Now, I've tried Alarm Clock Plus. I've tried an alarm clock app that was 10 cents a couple years back. It was pretty good, but snoozing was really hard. You had to drag notifications down, and when it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and you're super tired, it's really, really hard to like go all the way up and then down. I just prefer pressing a button to dismiss and snooze an alarm. So I really like Alarm Clock Extreme. For video player, I used to use Dice Player, but recently I've been using this app called Arcoves. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but it's this one right here. ARCHOS video. This is a little codec thing where I can play MKVs. Once you open it up, it'll say that the codecs are installed, and now you can play MKVs just fine. And then, so Allcast is something where you throw whatever's on your phone on your TV through Chromecast. It's an app made by Couch. Of course, Amazon Music, Amazon Wallet. American Airlines, I was browsing through all the apps that support Android Wear, and it was one of the apps that did. I haven't flown in years. I think the last flight I was on was Delta when I was in the Army. I flew on planes a lot in the Army, going to training in California or wherever you were going to. This is a really, really good app. When you go to share something, you'll have your standard thing, and if you have a Samsung phone, you'll know that like the share menu is different, with different skins like Sense and TouchWiz and etc. You've got all these different types of things, and this app will it's kind of like SwiftKey. On HTC Sense and TouchWiz, the keyboards are completely different, and on AOSP as well. If you install SwiftKey, your keyboard's the same across all the devices. So this is a way how I know how my sharing feature is going to be. So if I go to an app like this, for example, I'll go to something in my screenshots here. So if I go here and I hit share, and I do this one, this is the menu I see, and then in here you can customize what shows up and what doesn't. So if I'm never ever going to share with Bluetooth, for example, I can have that out of there. And I can go tweet with Plume. That's one of the share features I use the most. It autofills the tweet with the name of the URL, like on that's a good example to show you real quick. So I'll go here to share, and then I can go to Share Pro here, and look, I can go tweet with Plume, and now it's gonna show like the title of the URL and then a link to it. So really cool app. I recommend installing it, definitely. Android Wear, connect to my phone, the Amazon App Store for downloading free apps a day and stuff, the video player. This is a torrent app. Now, torrents can be used for good things such as downloading Ubuntu, Fedora. I'm a Linux guy, like Kali Linux, for example, which replaced Backtrack. It's a really cool app. This one's neat, auto redial. If I'm trying to win a contest on the radio, I can open this app up, and it'll try like up to 500 times. Yes, it'll try. I have 100, but it'll sit there, and the moment that call's over with, it's going to keep redialing it. And I have T-Mobile, AT&T, and Sprint right now, and I'm going to eventually get Verizon. So I'll have all of my phones calling this radio station, and I've won, dude. I've freaking won doing that. I know it's technically cheating because most people have one phone, but whatever. I don't even care. Auto redial is amazing. We already went over Auto Killer. This guy makes both of these app Auto Run Manager. It's just a way to see what all apps are starting up with your phone. Also, SDMade does that. It's a really good app for checking, like, getting rid of unwanted stuff on your phone. But I'm telling you, I have a lot of apps, man. I have a lot. And this is why I don't install ROMs on my phone because, well, I don't like resetting my phone. I don't mind resetting my Nexus 5 or my Note 3 or a phone that I don't use every single day. I don't mind resetting a phone like that. But this phone, that's why I have it backing up and syncing to Dropbox every other night. Because this is my main phone. This is the phone I pull out of my pocket anytime I want to do something. So barcode scanner, original app from back in the day, you just scan QR codes. Bank of America, BusyBox Pro, it's a root app that puts BusyBox on your phone. Some apps like AutoKiller, SDMade, and other apps need BusyBox installed in order to work properly. Some, like City Backup, even have their own little versions of BusyBox pre-installed inside that app. So you don't have to sit there and go install a different BusyBox app in order to use it. So you got Calculator, it comes with the phone, of course. Calendar comes with the phone. Google Camera. Cheat Droid is a little app to modify XML and stuff like that. So like if you wanted to open up Hill Climb Racing and modify your coins, you could do that by going to Hill Climb Racing here and going to preferences. A lot of times it's preferences. I'm not. I saw preferences, but not the one I needed. Anyways, in there you'll find like your coins and stuff, and you can just simply change the value and cheat. Yeah, it's what you're doing is you're cheating. I'm the kind of person that likes cheating as long as it's not online. Like, and as long as I'm not like competing with people, then I don't. It's not fair to compete with somebody when you're cheating and they're not. Like, that's just not fair. But when it comes to single player games where you're just having fun, like Nova, giving yourself infinite ammo, that's a lot of fun. You're just mowing down enemy AI, not real people, just bots, and you're just mowing them down. You're never reloading your clips. So it's, you know, that's a whole different topic on itself. I don't cheat while I'm playing with people. That's just not fair, and I cannot. That's a biggest pet peeve when that's the reason I'm not playing Modern Combat 5 right now, because everybody's cheating online, but I will not cheat on a game like that where I'm playing against real people. I'm just telling you that right now because I have a few cheating apps on here, and you're going to see them. It's unavoidable. Chromecast, of course, throwing stuff on your TV. Clean Master, we've already talked about that. Clipper, we already talked about that neat little thing. I have a permanent notification. I don't like it being there when I unlock my phone and stuff, so it's only there when I drag down my phone. So you got the clock, you've got Cloudcaster, which is also another app similar to Allcast, just different developers. Connect, if somebody calls my home phone, because I have triple play through Comcast, it will tell me who's calling me. Crapalinks is an exposed module where, like, if you're clicking on a bit.ly link or a Google link or something, it'll automatically do all the rerouting to the final destination URL, and it will take you there instead of opening up Chrome with a short link, and then it's like keeps refreshing until it gets to the right link. So it's definitely something I recommend installing. It's not in the Play Store, it's in the exposed framework. We already talked about that. DataSync is a really, really cool app. It's just like if I have this app open on my Shield, I can press on this, and then I can force it to download or upload to the other device, or do a two-way. And if I had it open, it would show me like NVIDIA Shield or something there. And then you can choose whether you want NFC or Bluetooth, but most of the time use Wi-Fi. It's just the fastest way of doing it. So that's a really, really good app. Device Manager, I can locate all of my devices. I can, if I'm missing my Nexus 5 and I can't find it, I can make it ring at full volume, even if it was on silent or vibrate. If I, lose this phone and I can't find it, and I try to use, also you can use GPS. You used to have to use third-party apps like Lookout in order to do that, but now it's built into Android. So if you can go to android.com/device manager on your computer, or you can download the Device Manager app on here and locate your device. And if I lose my phone for good, I can actually send a command to my phone that resets it, that wipes it, or that simply puts a lock code on it. Now I have a lock code on it, so if somebody picks up my phone, they're not going to know my lock code, and they're going to see, okay, this phone belongs to Josh McAllister. Here is a way to email this guy. So that's what I do. But if you're someone that doesn't like having a lock code on there, you can actually go to android.com/device manager, pick the device, and send a command to lock it, and then put in the code that you want it to be locked. It's really, really, really good, and everybody should have that on their phone. Dice Player is a really good media player app, but I use Archos, or whatever it's called. Dolphin Emulator is a way to play emulated games that are for the GameCube. Yeah, GameCube. Don't Pause Pro. Smoking Android. Jared Bush. He did a video on it. It's really, really cool. If you're listening to music on like Bluetooth speakers or something, or even the speakers on your phone, or you have like a headset plugged in, then it will automatically, like, all notifications will be muted. You'll only hear the music, not the notifications. You'll notice that most of the time if you're listening to music, it'll pause the music for a second while it's doing the notification, or it'll make it really low, and it's really annoying. So don't pause. It's a really good app. Downloads, of course. Dragonfly is a game from back in the day, a long time ago. Really fun app. Just, you get as far as you can before your mother catches up to you. Google Drive, Dropbox, Earth, email. ES File Explorer, probably hands down one of the most useful, free, and simple apps of all time. I really, really like it. I can quickly jump to my SD card or my internal. I can go to Dropbox by going to Cloud or under Tools or whatever. I don't know. I just open the Dropbox app if I need to open Dropbox. But definitely one of the best file explorers out there. I recommend giving it a shot. FF Tapper is a game like Root Beer Tapper where you have like 4 lanes and you give everybody the root beer. Field Runners 2 is a really fun like tower defense game. Find My Phone is a app where, like, if I don't know where this phone is, I can open the app up on here. And then I got a couple of them because I'm trying different ones out, but I can just press on it. And some of them, the moment you press on the app, it starts ringing your phone. Some of them, it says, like, tap here to make your device, go crazy. And you find it. So it's a really good app. Franco kernel is a really, really good kernel for the Nexus 5. You get almost 3 gigahertz. You do get 3 gigahertz, but it's not very stable. So I do like 2.8 gigahertz overclock, and it flies. I mean, it rips through stuff faster than this phone does. And it's not. He's making it available for the Google Play Edition HTC One M8, but as you can see, as of today, it's not there yet. So Flappy Bird, a game I installed a long time ago. Everybody knows that app. If you don't, I have a video on it. Josh plays Flappy Bird. Flashlight. It's a little tiny LED app, very little permissions at all, and it uses your flashlight. So probably one of the best ones because I used to use Brightest LED flashlight, but they want permissions to freaking, they want more permissions than I'm willing to give them. Flickr, picture app, Flopsy Droid. I already did a video on that with my watch. Full Screen. I'm part of Full Screen. If you're not aware, that's who I am networked with on YouTube. If I have any issues, I contact my network. I can check, subscribers, videos, stuff like that. That's Quick Pick. I have a Expose module that renames it to Gallery. Game Hacker, it's probably one of the most useful hacking apps of all time. It is by far one of the best ones, and I really, really, really enjoy it. It's because some of it's not in English, but it works really, really well. And you can modify game values and stuff like that. Game Killer used to be my favorite, but more and more apps are getting smarter and smarter, and they're blocking that app from working. Or they'll tell you, hey, you have one installed, you cannot use it. So Gmail, of course, yeah, you get that. GMD speed time. Now, some apps are also getting smarter about that, but basically you open it up, and I can set it to this and hit start, and you'll see my clock there at the top going absolutely crazy. And it's fast forwarding time like no other, and all of my alarms are going to start going off. Now we're in tomorrow, and oh no, not in tomorrow yet. To stop it, you just go up here and you hit stop, and it'll put you right back at the right time. So it's a really cool app, and you can sit there and change how fast you want it to speed things up. So like if you're running the game that's oh, you're gonna wait 4 hours for this car part to arrive, you can speed time up. Now, a lot of apps are, being smart and knowing that you're doing that, so it doesn't work, but some it might. Google Now Launcher, Google Settings, Google Plus. GPS is a really good app to test how well the GPS on your device is working. Gives you your location, how many satellites are picking you up, and etc. Granny Smith is another, little game. Just Google it, you'll find it. It's just a little game, it's fun. Greenify is an app that I use to greenify all my stuff. Instead of opening it up and pressing this button, I can just you press the little widget on my home screen here, and it does it automatically. So, well, when I go into an app, I got to go all the way back to it. So I have a lot of apps on here. Hangouts, everybody knows that. HD widgets, already talked about that. Helium is kind of like data sync in a way. It's just a little bit different as far as backing up your phone and restoring it on another device. Titanium Backup's great for backing and restoring on one single phone, but it is quite a bit harder to sync it across multiple devices. You've got to back it up, sync it to Dropbox, go to Dropbox, download it, put them on your SD card. So apps like these are just a little bit quicker. You back it up. If you have the other device near you, you will see that it picks up all my devices, which I have a lot of them, and I can just sync it across those devices without actually going to that phone, backing it up, and then going to this phone and restoring it. It'll just pull it from that phone while it's on it. It's a really good app by Couch. This is one of the most recommended apps I've found when it comes to recording MP3s. If you need to make a memo, record a conversation. Well, like you have one phone on speaker and then you open this one up and it doesn't record the phone call itself. So, yeah. Hill Climb Racing, we already talked about that. Hitman Go is a fun little, like, get to your destination without being detected. It's kind of a stealthy game. It's simple. It's fun. This came with the phone, so if you have the dot view case, it'll work. InstaFit is an app that allows me to take like a screenshot and fit the entire screenshot on the Instagram post, which Instagram right there. InstaSize is an app that lets you choose like, okay, so you can do like Stitch, InstaSize, and then you can just choose a whole bunch of different patterns, and you want like 3 pictures on one screen and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool little app there. Just Unfollow is something that lets me keep track of who's unfollowing me on Instagram and Twitter. Honestly, it's been ages since I've even opened it up because I used to care who unfollowed me, but people come and go. That's all there is to it. I could actually uninstall it now and I wouldn't care. Keep is a neat little app where like I can open Keep up on this phone, make a quick little note, and then go to another phone, and that same thing is synced back and forth between the devices. It's like a little notepad, but it's pretty cool. LastPass, that's an app I could go ahead and uninstall now and never ever use it. It just lets you manage your passwords and stuff. Lookout is a way of like scanning your phone to make sure that if you download apps that are not from the Play Store, be very, very careful and know what you're downloading because it could be malicious. There's been apps in the past where someone tried to get a paid app for free by sideloading it, and then it went through all their contacts, sent a mass message out to every one of their contacts and said, hey, I'm too cheap to even pay $1 for an app. I pirated this app. And yeah, so that went to your boss, that went to your pastor. Yeah, Lookout's just a way of preventing apps like that from happening. Not that I pay for all of my apps. I've spent hundreds of dollars in apps from the Play Store. Apps like LTE Discovery. Now that does show the locations. I'm not gonna show that app, but it's a way of knowing where the nearest LTE towers are. It's a really good app. You should definitely try it out if you're having issues with like 3G, 4G, and stuff like that. I've also bought the premium version on there. Google Maps. This is a watch face that's pretty cool, but I prefer the one that shows like Wednesday, August 13th, because I'm really bad at knowing what day it is. Media Drive, I did that SanDisk video. MediaFire, upload, download files. Minecraft, everybody knows Minecraft. Hopefully you do. That's an exposed module. If some apps have, Flappy Bird, for example, there was no way in the world to pay the developer $1, $2, or $3 or anything like that to play the game without ads. And I am totally against that. If you have an app and people don't want to see ads on something, there should be a way to pay money and not see that ad. So Min Guard is an app that I download and you just enable it on a certain app and it won't show ads. So like Flappy Bird, there's no ads. But I don't want to block ads on my phone, period, because that's how people get paid. Ads suck, but unfortunately that's how people make a living, keep a roof over their head, and etc. But apps that don't let me pay a premium fee to block ads, I don't support that at all, and I'm gonna freaking block them. I had to pause for a minute to go get a drink. I was getting kind of thirsty. I was talking so much. So Mobile Lite, it's another little thing, kind of like SanDisk Media Drive, where you have your videos on a little device and you stream it, so you don't have to have the videos on this device taking up room on this device. So Mr. Flap is a really addicting game. You should definitely try it out. You just try to get in the little holes right there, like yeah, it's very, very frustrating. You should hear my 7-year-old play this game. She is hilarious. She gets so frustrated. She's like, I hate this game. But yeah, you just go through it, and there's one, and then it changes colors. I've gotten pretty high actually, and it starts changing colors based on how far you get. But it's really, really frustrating. You should definitely try it out. My Business is a way to manage like comments, Google Plus stuff from my Google Plus page, and reply to people and etc. And My Tracks is it's a Google app And if you're driving across country or you're walking and you're not sure where you're going, you can open this up, press the record button, and it'll give you like this thing, and it'll say where you went. And it's really cool. You can export it into the Google Earth app, and you can watch like a little like kind of like when you go to the Best Buy and you're looking at GPS units, and it has the little it's in demo mode where it gives you like a simulated route. So it's really, really cool. Netflix, everybody knows Netflix. News and weather came with the phone. This is Nova Launcher, the settings. Cannot believe I have Pandora on there. I really did not think I did. It is an app I do not use, and I don't like how much permissions it wants out of your phone. PayPal, yeah, everybody knows. It's PayPal. Make payments, receive payments, etc. People is like a contacts app. Perfectly Clear is a app that I have not played with too much, but do not show again. You take a picture and it's supposed to like make the picture better. So like I'll just take a quick little picture of my controller here, and then you like, I don't know. It has a little thing where it scans the picture. Oh yeah, Perfectly Clear at work. It shows you like a before and after of what it did. It's a neat little app. It was a free app on Amazon App Store. I haven't really played with it too much outside of that, but come on, go home. Okay, the phone app is the dialer. Everybody has that. Phone Finder is one of those apps that lets me find my phone for my watch if I can't find it. Google Photos. Piano Tiles is a really, really addicting game. My brother is I hate watching him play. He's just so good. You just basically gotta tap the tiles. And I posted on my second channel, youtube.com/wwjoshdew. He used my phone and got like 1,000 almost. So he is really, really good at this game. It's addicting. PicFrame is another little thing that lets me put Instagram photos, and like I can have 4 photos, I can have 5 photos, I can have all different types of, like, you just put like a photo in each little thing. So like I would put a photo in here, I would zoom in, zoom out, make it fit in there, and then I could put one in here and have 2 pictures in one. So it's kind of like if I'm showing like my battery life, and then people are like, hey, what's your screen on time? I can have the battery life in one picture and my screen on time in another, and it's all in one post. Pixay Pro is one of the original apps for photo editing that I really, really like. You get a picture, you can pixelate. Like if you're trying to show like that you ordered something, you can edit out the order information by putting a pixel on it. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go to my, it's a really cool app. You should definitely try it out. Playbooks comes with every phone. Play games comes with every phone. Play movies, play music, play stand, play store. PlayStation. I am on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3. And I can open this app up and I can accept friend requests from people. I can send people a friend request. I can track stuff. I can buy stuff. It's just a way of keeping track of everything with my PlayStation account. So, PlayStation, you can add me. It's wwjoshdew. I have over 400 friends right now, so I get messages each and every day. You should just tweet me on Twitter and say, hey, you want to play a game? And if I have that game and I have time, then I'll play with you. But I can go to my notifications, which may not have any at the moment. No, it does not. Yes, I'll go ahead and close the app. Anyways, I have to sync it all up and get it ready to go because I apparently have not done that yet. But Plume is, like I said earlier, one of my favorite Twitter apps of all time. I can go to my tweets here. If I want, I can go ahead and copy the content of it to the clipboard. As you can see, Clipper Plus is telling me that I copied something, and then I can post that in another tweet. It gives me like it gives me little pictures of what I tweeted about instead of like clicking on it with the default Twitter app, if like a video and stuff. Like it shows me right here like the little bitty picture of it, and I can click on it and it will make it go bigger. So I like Plume a lot. It's definitely one of see, I'm in Twitter jail. I'm in Twitter jail. Or no, actually, yeah, I reached the limit, so I am in Twitter jail. Now I have to use the default Twitter app in order to actually do things. We're almost done here. I know, this is long. I had to cut this in 2 parts to get a drink. Power Amp is one of the highest rated music player apps of all time. I'm definitely not a equalizer type of person. No thanks. Get away, get out of there. I'm definitely not a equalizer type of person, so I don't go in here and mess with all this stuff. I just play the freaking music. I don't mess with the equalizer. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to messing with the equalizer. Purchased apps. I buy a ton of apps. There was that thing a couple years back. Where apps were 10 cents. They did it again. They made the apps 50 cents. They did it again. They made apps 25 cents. And I just go open this app up to go through all of my apps that I paid for. And as you can see, like perfectly clear, root browser, Ultimate Backup Pro. I paid for this app, which was $5. This was a $10 app, but I bought that. Don't Pause Pro, Link Bubble Pro. I don't have that installed anymore. It was a neat little app, but it wasn't worth $5. Okay. Quadrant is a way to test out the score of your device. So that's just like a benchmarking app. Quick Boot is that little widget I had that instantly reboots my phone. I can open up and go to recovery, bootloader. I can go ahead and just turn the device off. If I press that, it does not go through the shutdown animation. It just instantly makes the phone off. Quick Office, I think it came with the phone. Radiant Defense is a very, very addicting tower defense game. It's a lot of fun. You just got to get to, like, you just set things up. Like, you put this right here, and then you choose build, and you just build it, and then hopefully people don't get past your thing. I did a video on my second channel called Testing Radiant Defense on the Bigify, and you can go ahead and watch that if you want to. Let's go ahead and quit out of this, and go back to the home screen. Okay, remote desktop, thanks to Google Chrome or something like that, you can control your computer using your using Chrome, I guess. I haven't really used it, but it's really neat if you're out somewhere and something's at home and you're not at home, and like, say I have a video exporting and I'm going to be gone for a while, I can just open that up. I also use TeamViewer, and then I can go into my home computer and I can automatically start the upload to YouTube as private. And when I get home, if I really want to, I can use my phone's little small screen, but usually I just wait till I get home, and then I fill in the title of the video and the description and stuff like that. But it's a really neat little app for controlling your computer at home. Rapid Touch Pro, I did a video on this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but like a game like Toilet Paper or whatever it's called, where you go as fast as you can record yourself dragging the screen down and replay it at a faster speed than what you did it. So you can get some pretty high scores that way. Rewards is a neat little app that tells me like, hey, I've earned 54 cents. Now that money burns a hole in my pocket. So like if I get a survey tomorrow for $1, I'll go through my wish list and buy an app that costs $1. So I've seen some people use this app and save up $6, $7 in order to play Minecraft. So definitely install Google Opinion Rewards if you're in the USA. If you're not in the USA, that app does not work. Roku, a way of controlling the Roku. Root browsers, that's another little root browser app. I tried it out. I much prefer ES File Explorer or Root Explorer. Root Checker Pro is just a way of verifying you have root. Root Cloak is a way of, like, say Google Wallet wants to know if you have root, and it says you want to grant or deny it. You can actually open this app up and prevent that app from even seeing that you have root. Zedomax has a video on it. Just go to youtube.com/ZEDOMAX, Zedomax, and he did a video showing me how to do that. Runtastic Pro keeps track of your running and stuff. I should definitely run more, but I'm lazy. SafeCharge is an app that, like, when I plug my phone in, it will keep my phone from overcharging or turning off while it's charging and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. Sam's Club, check rewards, stuff like that, I guess. Shopping. SCR Pro is one of the best apps of all time when it comes to... oh, that's neat. They must have just added that. So... 98% stable, 99% stable. That's pretty neat. And I guess it automatically sets all the resolution stuff for me. But you can choose 1920 by 1080, and it records that long ways like that. And then also on my Nexus 5, I can actually choose internal. This device is not compatible, but my Nexus 5 it is. where like it records the audio of the game I'm playing instead of recording the microphone and having my daughter and my everybody that's in my house at the time and hearing them in the background. So it's definitely one of the best apps, and I recommend freaking buying it if you want to do screen recordings on your phone. SD Fix is a way of fixing the SD card issues that your people are having with KitKat, where all apps can access your SD cards. It's actually, they did it for a good reason, and I totally understand that, but a lot of apps have not updated yet, and it just doesn't see the fact that you have an SD card, and it just doesn't work. It uses your internal instead of your external. So I prefer the compatibility versus the security, because some apps can go, hey, I have access to all of your SD card. Let me probe around your SD card and see what all you have in there. And it only lets certain apps access certain folders like that it creates or something. But this is just a way of fixing that little issue. SD Made is a really good app at like going to your corpse finder. And if you uninstall an app, you'll notice sometimes you get an error in the Google Play Store. It says, sorry, you cannot install this. Error 19375, whatever error it shows. You can actually go in here and it'll find old things. Like, look, there's some right here. And some of these apps, like if I try to install eBay, it may not work because it's got this on here. So I delete it. Okay. Now I go to the Play Store and I should be able to install that app. Titanium Backup also has a feature called Orphan Data. System Cleaner, App Cleaner. This is just, if I'm doing a backup of my phone, like a manual backup, I'll run this, have it clear everything. That way my backup size is smaller. Also, if your device is running out of space, this will hopefully free up some of that space for you. See, I can get rid of 0.91 gigabytes by simply pressing this button, hitting clean everything. So there we go. I just freed up almost 1 gig of my phone. If you have a little 8 gig phone or a little 4 gig phone and you're running out of space, definitely install this app, SD Made. Actually, I just rooted someone's really old phone, like one of those prepaid phones that's really slow. I went and got them. They were family, so I went out and bought 2 $10 gift cards for both of their phones, and bought SwiftKey back when it was a paid app, and I bought SD Made Pro to free up some space on their phones. So SD Made Pro is an app I've bought several times on multiple different Google accounts, so definitely worth the money there. Send Pro is a way for me to send a file via Wi-Fi Direct, via Beam, NFC, and etc. I can send a file from this phone to that phone that's not supported. Like you can send links, you can send pictures by having 2 devices up close and using NFC, but this lets you send a whole lot more stuff. Settings, everyone has that. Shazam, I already talked about that. Signal Check Pro, it's kind of like LTE Discovery. For example, on the Moto G, on the last update, I guess it was 4.4 that came out when I very first got the phone, it would say 3G, but I'd get speeds at like 16 to 18 megabits per second, and I'm like, that's not 3G. You open up Signal Check Pro, and it will actually tell you, hey, you're on HSPA+. You're not on 3G. So it's a really good app. I recommend installing it. Smart Remote is a app that lets me control my heater. I posted an Instagram video a long time ago, and I can control my heater, little remote heater, or the remote fan, or air conditioner. I can control an Xbox 360. I was at a store, and there was a 360 there, but no remote to it. So I went ahead and, and started messing with it using this thing. So it's definitely an app that I recommend paying for. It's worth it. It's not as easy and clean to set up as the built-in TV app or on Samsung devices, the smart remote, but it definitely controls a lot more things than the default TV remote does on all of the phones that I've tried. Sound meter is a way of testing how loud the environment is around you. So like the decibel rating, I don't think it's very accurate, because if I snap my fingers and if I talk really loud, the most I'll ever get is like 80. So I don't believe it's that accurate. SoundHound, like Shazam, lets you ID songs and stuff. Speed Test shows you your speed test. This is a fun little game, Stickman, where you just go down a hill and you race and you try not to blow your bike up. It's a fun little game. I'll just go ahead and show you real quick by playing. Nope. All right, so you just go down this little hill here, and you try to get to the finish line without like wrecking your bike or your quad bike or whatever it is you're driving at that time. and you just try to get to your destination. It's a definitely an addicting little game, and I recommend checking it out. It's called Stickman Downhill Racing. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. This is really long, so let's go ahead and speed through this. We're in the S's now. Stick mount, it'll let you mount NTFS, XFAT, and stuff like that. If you have a rooted device, you should definitely install it if you use USB OTG flash drives. Studio, really good app YouTube made. I really enjoy this app a lot. So I can go ahead and go to my comments here, and I can go to the comments on my video, and I can go ahead and go to this person right here, and I can reply and hit send or post, and it replies to that person. So I can go in here and see all of my comments. I can see all of my notifications, and it's a really good app that YouTube made, and I'm super excited that now if I'm out and about, I can actually reply to a comment now if I really need to. So it's a really good app that anybody that posts, if you post videos on YouTube, you should do it. YouTube Creator Studio is what it's officially named. In your app store, it's just gonna be called Studio. Super SU, a way of granting and denying apps root access. SwiftKey, hands down one of the best keyboards of all time. I'll open it up and I will show you my stats real quick. I saw my dad's stats and it made me feel like crap because I thought mine were really good. Look at this, 181,000. His was like 400 and something or 500 and something. Like his stats killed mine. I thought mine were doing pretty good. But I mean, it's all kinds of different things. You've got themes. You can go through here and download all kinds of different themes and make your keyboard look unique and different the way you like it. There's pink, there's blue. I choose forest. I really like the light one also. In October, I might switch it over to pumpkin to match the theme for that month. It's definitely one of the best key, and SwiftKey Cloud. If I click on devices, you can see that these are the devices that I have this SwiftKey on right now. And if I say my last name, for example, say the device doesn't automatically auto suggest that name, I can go ahead and spell it out manually, click on it, and now it's in my dictionary. And then on backup and sync, I have it set to do it daily. You can choose hourly, which is going to drain your battery faster, or you can choose weekly. I choose daily. So if I type something in and that's now in my dictionary, all my devices now have that word in the dictionary, so I don't have to auto suggest it. So like someone's Twitter name or something like something unique that's not going to be in the dictionary, you should definitely have SwiftKey. T-Mobile for managing my T-Mobile account. I installed that manually. Tap-a-Talk, just a really good forum app for keeping track of all different forums. XDA, SDX, SignalMod, RootsWiki, all those different forums out there. TeamViewer is a way to manage your computer out and about. So like if you're on LTE and you're in California and your computer's back in Tennessee, you can just log into your computer and it's just like you're at home, and it's really good. Tic-Tac-Toe is a fun little game where I can play with my daughter or anybody that's around me and play tic-tac-toe. I also have it on my watch, a little mobile version of it. I'll show you that real quick. And there we go. Timberman is a really addicting game. People are really good at making addicting games. So you sit there and you hit play, and then you just chop the tree down, and you try to go without this. You'll see that it's unfilling, or it's going down. The faster you do it, the faster it refills. So if you get really good at the game and you tap really fast, you can get that bar to fill up. And it's a really addicting game. Titanium backup and restore apps, hands down the best backup and restore utility of all time. When it comes to syncing across from, like, if I need to grab something from my Nexus 5 and put it on my HTC One real quick, I would definitely use like data sync, or if that didn't work, I would try Helium, and then I would try Titanium backup. But when it comes to like backing up and restoring on one single device, hands down, nothing beats Titanium backup. Google Translate, Trials, I'm a huge Trials fan. Trials HD, Trials Evolution, Trials Fusion. Trials Frontier was a little bit of a disappointment. I really don't like the way they do things. I did a video on my channel already Just search Trials Frontier, What Would Josh Do? TuneIn Radio is a really neat app that'll let you listen to all different types of radio stations across the world. This is how you control your TV. So like if you're at McDonald's and you're wanting to hear what's on the TV, you can turn it up, and the employees are like, who did that? And then they try to turn it down and it says the controls on the TV are disabled, and you're like, ah, ha, 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 ha. It's just a lot of fun to mess with people. Twitch, watching people stream games. Twitter, already went over that. Uninstaller Pro is a way of backing up apps. So like if I want to back up the APK of something real quick, like Root Checker Pro, I would open that app up by pressing on it, and then I could hit backup, and then it backs it up into my little folder here under root uninstaller, and I can put that on Dropbox and send that to somebody. Sometimes it doesn't show the app name, which is really frustrating. It shows like package 137, and you're like, what was that? So you gotta either rename it or whatever. But some apps it works fine. Like we'll try Alarm Clock Extreme. I'll back that up, and so that one does it too. Package 363. I'm trying to find one where it'll back it up and actually show the name of that. See, there we go. It says Couch, and it says Cast and APK. So definitely one of the best apps for backing up a single individual APK, because this app will allow you to back up stuff that's protected. So like a paid app, you can back it up and send it to somebody. But most apps will check to make sure that you bought that app, so the Play Store license won't work. So don't try to use it for that. But like if I bought an app on here and I want to send it to an unsupported device, where if I go to the Play Store on that device and it says uncompatible, I can back it up on here and send it to like my Fire TV, for example. And I bought the app. I'm just using it on a device that's not officially compatible. We're almost done here. Uplay is just a way of like of games you bought. It's kind of like Steam or Origin or something. It's just, yeah, that's all there is to that. USA, we already went over the widget. That's my icon pack. This is a Garmin navigation app. Got some really bad backlash. VidTrim Pro is a neat little app where, like, if I recorded a video and I want to cut some of the beginning off and some of the end off, I can. I can't take multiple clips together, which sucks. I'm looking forward to the day there's a really good video editor app for Android that'll let me take clips and like cut out this part, and this part, like I use in Premiere Pro or like Windows Movie Maker, VLC, etc. So, or not VLC, but AVS video editor. Sorry. Vine is an app where you can post vines. There's some really creative people out there. VLC is probably one of the best media player programs ever on Windows, and now it's on Android. You can try it out for yourself, see if you like it. We already went about voice. We already talked about that. It's on my little dock down there. Voice search comes with every phone. Wallet comes with most phones. This is another one of those phone finder apps where, like, if I leave my phone and I walk away, my phone will say, hey, my watch will say, hey, you left your phone behind. Wear Mini Launcher, I did a video on that. It's just a little app drawer on your watch. Wear Store lets you go through and see all the different apps that are available for your Android Wear. Wi-Fi Mouse Pro is a really neat app. I thought it would be kind of a like, that's something I'll never use. It was like 50 cents one day, so I went ahead and did it, and I really like it. Like if I'm sitting on the couch and I got my controller and I'm all comfortable and I need to click like the record button on Elgato or something, I can just open up the Wi-Fi Mouse Pro and I can look over at my computer, see where my mouse is going to be pointing, and I've got to, instead of like moving the mouse near me, I have one on my phone. So it's definitely something you should try out. Wi-Fi Tether Router. This is an app I've been meaning to make a separate video on for a very long time. It's like $2.50, but I've installed this on S3s, S4s, Note 2, Note 3, my Note 3, used it on there a lot when I used to use it. I switched service back to my Nexus 5. I use this app on my Nexus 5. I use it on here. It's a tethering app where, like, with T-Mobile, I get 2.5 gigs of data for tethering, for just tethering, unlimited data, like 3G, 4G wise, but I get 2.5 gigs of tether. Actually, I think they upgraded it to 3, but this app lets me bypass that. So when I tether with this app, I can tether to my Chromecast, and I can watch a whole 2-3 seasons of a show and 1080p. I check my phone, and it says I've used like 60 gigs of data. So I'm not even kidding you. I posted screenshots on Twitter a long time ago. I've used more than 70 gigs in a month before. I'm not I'm not recommending you do that, but you know, it's there if you want to. Exposed call blocker, something I really haven't dug into too much, but it's supposed to be like a, you know, block calls from certain numbers and people and stuff like that. Expose installer, we already talked about that. Something I'll go into a later date if people request that. YouTube app, everybody knows about that. This is a really good app, YouTube Downloader. Just search YouTube Downloader, Android. It's not on the Google Play Store. Here's what it looks like when you open it up. And then if I go to the settings here, and I go to check for updates, the latest version is 4.3.2. So yeah, it's not something you're going to find from the Play Store, but a lot of times if your 3G or 4G is really, really bad and you really want to watch a video without any lagging at all, you can use this app to download a YouTube video. YouTube says it's against their terms of service, so keep that in mind. As you can see, I haven't downloaded anything with this app, so it's just there. Just be careful, don't be stupid, and don't repost something you downloaded. But if you're having a really hard time, your 3G, 4G is really spotty, the video keeps pausing, you hit play, nothing's happening, this is a way of downloading it in 480p, 720p, or 1080p and just watching it on your phone at a later date without it lagging or pausing at all. Z-Archiver Pro is definitely one of my favorite apps in the world when it comes to zips, rares, .7-zip, because I use 7-zip on my computer. ES File Explorer, Root Explorer, all those also open up archives, but this app is dedicated to doing nothing but archiving. So I can press on this and I can choose compress to a zip or 7-zip. Something you should definitely check out. There's a free version. Again, I bought the pro version like I do for a lot of these apps. Zumper is a way of finding apartments because I am moving later this year and I am going to be looking for an apartment, and they have it compatible with Android Wear. So if you're looking at a certain apartment or like a certain area, it can send notifications to your watch about apartments in that area. So uTorrent Remote is a way of controlling uTorrent remotely. That's on your home computer. And then uTorrent, this is actually an app for downloading torrents on your phone, just like aTorrent, tTorrent, stuff like that. And that wraps it up for this extremely long video, like probably longer than any other video that I've done on this channel, including Titanium Backup Pro, which took like 40 something minutes. So yeah, if you sat this whole thing, I'm impressed. I am impressed. I was flying through some of these apps to get through them as quickly as possible, and it still took a very long time. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you click the share button, there's also a way to share it on Twitter. Please click that. My only request is if you share it on Twitter, also, when the little pops up a little screen, the separate little screen, and you hit tweet, add at wwjoshdew and put me in that tweet so I'll see it. The little at symbol, and then what would Josh do at the end of it, the beginning of it, whatever, if you share it. I'm requesting that you do that, so I will see and I will know, hey, this person just tweeted out my video and I just got a notification, so thank you very much. Please give the video a thumbs up, please share it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video you already have, but if you haven't, please do that. I really appreciate it. You get notified when I post future videos. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date on the latest videos that I'm working on. This one's going to be a surprise video. I haven't tweeted about it, so yeah, it's a surprise video, but most of the time I tweet saying, hey, this video is coming out tomorrow. I'll be working on this video next. I've got one video done. It's going to be uploaded soon, so if you're near your computer, you know, refresh my YouTube channel and my video will be on there. So please follow me on various social media accounts. All of those are in the description. There's a little thing that says show more. Please click that text to expand the description and see all the links. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.